You be trying to give a girl your own specialized code, yo. So she know it's me.
She know
that.
that.
Yeah, man. Ain't too many twos, but
Right.
when I get that code though, when she get that two,
or trying to spell words with numbers.
People did the I love you.
Right.
So the I love you was classic. Women always did the I love you on the beeper. Like that was classic. They was gonna do it. That's what they was gonna do. All right, you ready? What's going on, y'all? I'm back. It's 2B, and this is my church kid story. I'm gonna call this one Jeans, Beepers, and Sneaker People. You'll get it later. So, back in the day, they used to have something called fellowship services. And it was where churches would go to other churches and they would have service together. So sometimes you would have people that got invited, but when they got invited, it was like off of hearsay. It wasn't necessarily people that people had heard before. Like somebody else said they was dope, and you might not have thought that they were dope, but because they had a buzz, then you would invite them in. So this is what happened. I was at this church in the city where I live, and we get there, and it was like a normal fellowship service. Like everything was going fine. It was like everything was the way it was supposed to be, the way it was supposed to go. So then they got ready to put up the guest speaker. So when they put up the guest speaker, the individual had brought her church with her. So she gets up and like everything was normal when she first started talking. I should have known something was out of whack because I was on drums at first. And then the dude told me like, yo, nah, I'm all set, I'm good. And I was like, I guess he just wants organs. So I'm like, okay, cool. Next thing I know, the lady literally says, you all did things your way. Now, we gonna do things how we do. Y'all ready? Let's go. And I was like, oh, what's going on? I'm literally like, it was like a Thundercat signal happened in the sky. It was because they all legit got up and like transformed. Like they all looked like Michael Jackson, like in Thriller when they just lost their mind and it was just like they all did like that. So they legit formed a Soul Train line in the middle of the church. Like I'm talking about, they had a Soul Train line, one side here, and people was coming out. They was coming out from the aisle, and they was coming to the middle aisle in the Soul Train line, but they were doing that to shouting music. Now, when I say that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta imagine a Soul Train line to shouting music. Mind you, in the background, the dude still didn't have me playing the drums. So my man was like, like, he's going back and forth, and he's playing all the stuff, and then they're coming down, just like coming down the aisle. So this particular pastor that the church was at was getting so mad. Like he was getting mad. He was getting madder by the second. And you can see like the steam literally coming off his fro. And like he was getting so bad. He was biting his tongue. And he's mad. He's in it. So they finally calmed down. The lady begins to preach. She gets up. She says, and the title of my message tonight is Jeans, Beepers, and Sneaker People. You know why? Because y'all, the church, y'all that's got all this power, that's got all this sanctification. Y'all want to throw them type of people away. But me and my church, we embrace those people. We take them people in. I'm talking about the jeans, beepers, and sneaker people. This is gonna be in y'all head by the time this thing is over. So, mind you, the lady is preaching. And she's preaching, but she's like coming at the pastor that was mad with her message. So, but then like I happened to be sitting, cause they like at the time, like they had like all the instruments in the box. They were like all right there, and then I was sitting in the front. And the lady kept picking me out to come high-five me, which was making the pastor even more mad. And I wasn't asking her to high-five, like I wasn't agreeing. Like I was mad neutral, like I don't know what this lady talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm mad neutral, but she kept coming and she was like, right, brother? And I was like, so then I stopped putting my hand up. So she was like, yeah, cause I know you know. And I was just like, she grabbed my hand and made me like, and I was like, dang. And I happened to look back and he was like, he's still getting more mad. I'm like, oh man, it's not gonna end well. So next thing I know, the lady gets through the message. She's coming off at the church. She's coming off at the pastor. She's coming off at our denomination. She just went in. So the pastor finally, the host pastor finally gets up and he has words. And what he said was, I'd be less than a man if I let you come in my house. Praise the name. Praise the name. Praise the name. If I let you come in, if I let you come in my house and say what you want to say and disrespect me in my house, I'd be less than a man. And guess what? I'm all man. Praise his name. Praise him. Now, you want to act like that folk can have jeans, beepers, and peoples, and sneakers, and whatever? That's fine with me. But I tell you, that's fine with you. But I tell you what, it's not fine with me. Because I care. You don't care, but I care. Oh, I care. And you're not coming up in my house with no jeans, beepers, and sneaker nothing. You gonna get out of my house with that. You can take that on the road, and I don't care how mad you get about it. And I don't care how mad you feel about it. The lady was, so mind you, the lady goes back to the cat call again. She was like, ooh, ooh. The church all gets up. The church all gets up. Like in the middle of him going off, like the church all gets up. And they go out, they had a bus, and they are literally mad. They're upset, they're talking about fighting. I thought it was getting ready to be like a brawl in there. You know what I mean? Because people was like, I don't care if they mad. Like, this is the craziest thing I ever seen. Thankfully, they didn't do anything except be mad and get on the bus with their jeans, beepers, and sneaker people. I'm 2B. That's my church kid story. Tune in next time.
Dude.